Episode 1, Prepisode 1. Oh, title coming at you. Prepisode 1, the Redemption series. Yeah, I filmed it as I started prep. Sort of filling everyone in, what the plan is, what the crack is, show dates and all that. But me, the king of procrastination and self-doubt, looking back over the footage, thought, oh no, this isn't good enough, not enough information, it's not what I want it to be, it's not the layout I want, didn't end up posting it. So obviously, what's the point in posting old footage when I don't think it's good enough anyway? So just gonna film it today and just do it. Just get some bottle. Yeah, bottle, let's get. If you've got any bottle, Campbell, you'll film a YouTube video. If no one's seen that video, it's well awkward. I reckon it's a rugby only humour. Yeah, and obviously I've not got Jay to hold my hand, so I'm doing this video on my own. I'm so scared. So I'm just going to essentially film today's training, and then waffle a bit now, because when the camera goes on in front of me, I stiffen up. It's not like that. I just go right wooden, trip over my words, don't know what to say. So I'm just going to ramble, and then I'll probably just end up editing and cropping. So yeah, we've done doing this on my own. Done 2 full weeks of prep, into the third now on Wednesday, and prep just started on Monday, January the 1st, because why not? New year, new me. Oh, that light will go. So yeah, 8 pounds down. Realistically, I was probably about 5 or 6 pounds up from where I should have been anyway, just because of Christmas festivities. Thought one last blowout before prep starts, as I'm sure most guys do. So yeah, probably not in as good of a starting position and as I would have liked to be. And also the fact of this long off season, pretty much this whole year, has just been I'd say somewhat of a relaxed approach. I mean, I am obviously very focused, very dialed into training, nutrition, and then this whole bodybuilding lifestyle. But with how difficult prep was the first time, and how far it went, I thought, do you know what? No, I want to make this as enjoyable as possible. So a lot more time was spent eating foods I enjoy, and then maybe not like, could I have been locked into this bodybuilding lifestyle a bit more? Maybe, but do I care? No, because I had a very good year, got married, wifed up, so stay-at-home husband. Have they filled that pothole in? Okay, I hope so. Yeah, got wifed up, had some nice holidays. I spent a lot of nice time with family, friends. It was good. Ate a lot of food, put on a lot of weight. I think I was 90 pounds heavier in peak off season to stage weight. I'll be very surprised if this camera doesn't roll back now. We'll try and post, that'd be nice. Try and post some pictures up there or videos. I don't know. I ain't that technologically advanced, so we shall see. But yeah, put on a lot of size. Realistically, I shouldn't have been as small as I was. Well, you're in the middle of the road, so you might as well go. Realistically was a lot smaller than I should have been on stage, so I've been thinking, did I obviously spend time and energy recouping the muscle that I had after the stage, or did it help in a degree of I was obviously fucking peeled out of my mind, so would that rebound have been as good if I'd have stepped on stage? I don't know, shoulda, woulda, coulda, who cares? We're in it now. We are where I am where I am. I am who I am. Is that even the words? So yeah, this is the start position. Like I said, dropped 7, 8 pounds. Just said the actual weight earlier, but I'm waffling. Starting to get a little bit leaner. I think honestly, looking at my physique, I only really hold most of my body fat sort of around midsection, umbilical fat around the lower abdomen, and a little bit of love handle type vibes, lower back. Glutes are a little bit juicy at the minute, so we shall see how body fat comes off, and how I'm looking, ready for stage. So from the 1st of January, from the start of prep, I've given myself 13 weeks until the first show. Into warm-up show, it's not, oh, I'm feeling show, all that bullshit. It's the first fucking show. If I come in as lean as I want to be, then fantastic. If not, then so be it. I'm genuinely doing this season of bodybuilding to enjoy it, to, like I say, a bit of a redemption. First time I stepped on stage, it wasn't that I did not take my best physique by a long shot. So as long as I've had this discussion with Liam in the gym this morning, as long as I take a physique that I can be proud of, might not be feeling it on the day. You know, you're always going to have that sort of self-doubt and being overcritical of yourself. What's going on here? But I know for a fact I will look 10 times better than I did that first time I stepped on stage, and I'm going to be fucking damn proud of the work and the time that I've put in. You made that look like hard work, mate. Yeah, I'm going to be damn proud of the physique I take, and that's how I'm going to go into this entire season. I'm planning on doing a few shows, 2 in April, then it'll be a little bit of downtime. I've got a bit of a long weekend booked away in the motherland, Hungary, Budapest. Big up. I've got my cousin's wedding, so I'm not gonna go wild. I'm not gonna overindulge. I'm gonna stay in shape, but I'm just gonna be slightly more relaxed. And then once all that is over, I will reassess. I've just been blind, legally blind. It's life. Hey, Matt's in the car park. I'll reassess. I'll see what shows are potentially on the cards, and then we'll go from there. Right, pulling up to the gym. Got a client, then going to train. I'll record my session and then maybe speak to you in a bit.
Voiceover time. So microphone decided to die before I started this session, and I'm no Sam Sulek, so I ain't going to be talking to the camera between sets anytime soon, but maybe we'll work on it. So this session here is what you may have heard dubbed as a density day or posterior day, but essentially back and hamstrings. So starting off this workout with lat pullovers, just a movement that I engage with really well, connect really well with the lats on here. As this block started, I had in single arm lat pull downs. Again, really good movement, but I think working unilaterally, being able to shift a decent amount of weight through my back, it would just add in a lot of unnecessary time to the session. So like I say, get fired up nice and early on here, ready to progress through to the rest of the workout. So an approach I'm taking with a lot of my isolation movements at the minute is, rather than having multiple warm-up sets, what I'll do is my first set straight away on a machine or a movement I know pretty much what weight I'm going to be dealing with, or know sort of what to push myself to improve on last week. I'll find a weight and I'll be aiming for around 20 to 25 reps. So it's essentially a combination of a warm-up and a working set. So the first, realistically, 10, 15, maybe even a bit more reps. Don't feel like you're doing much in terms of causing damage to the muscle. But it's a good way to sort of, like I say, connect well with the movement, get some blood in there, just sort of get into the movement itself, and then towards the latter end, when you're in around that 20 rep range, you're gonna be feeling that burn, and obviously going close to actual muscular failure, which is where growth happens. It's what we're after.
Thumbnail.
And in on laying hamstring curl here. So what I've actually done on this machine, which I find is an issue with a lot of lying hamstring curls, is the setup of the machine means that the ankle pad is slightly higher than the pad where your quads are resting on. So it just means you don't get quite as much stretch at the bottom as you'd like. So what I've done here is put an ab crunch pad underneath my quads, and then and that allows for some more stretch at the bottom of there. So back offsetting here, Not quite as much weight, just getting more of a connection, more of a squeeze. If I'm being completely honest, I would like to see a bit more control on the eccentric, and certainly more of a stretch. Like I just said, the reason I've got that pad under there is to add more stretch, and I'm not utilising it as best as I could. Next movement is stiff leg deadlift. For a long time I've been pretty obsessed with RDLs, and if I'm being honest, I kind of fell out of love with them, but I also found that I was chasing a weight, and at the end of the day I am training to be a bodybuilder, not a power lifter or strength athlete. I mean, I got up to a decent weight. I was slinging about 210 kg for some solid reps. I think off the top of my head, maybe around 7 to 8 reps was what I worked up to, and with, dare I say, pretty good form and control. But working in with this stiff leg deadlift, I'm able to get a much deeper stretch and just connect so much better on the hamstring. So weight isn't, like I said, nowhere near what I was RDLing, but again, connection, and ability to put that muscle through a greater range of motion, a nice deep stretches. That's what I am aiming for. And here you'll see I've stripped the weight back, and I'm just got a decent amount of control on the way down. But then, to be honest, I just wanted to sling it about for a decent amount of reps. If you notice, especially earlier on in the set here, I wasn't coming up to full extension. I was feeling as though my hamstrings were getting as short as possible, and then not wasting too much energy with extending at the hip and straightening my upper body out. Points for anyone who can quote the film that Seth is quoting here. And then we're in on pull-ups. I really like pull-ups on a back day. The connection I get with the entire back musculature is phenomenal, and if I'm being honest, better than any other back movement I can do. So straps go on, I'm going to lock myself in on the bar, and I am going full stretch, big deep hang at the bottom. And especially early on in the set, or in my first set at least, I'm aiming to get my chest up to touch the bar. And I'm kind of heavy. Obviously it's relative, isn't it? But chucking, what's kg? But I'm about just under 230 pounds at the minute. I was about 230 pounds in this video. So I think, yeah, for me, that range of motion is very good. And as you'll see here, this second set, his range of motion is reducing, but it's still a good quality pull-up in my opinion. And it's just working in that lengthened position, if anything, so it's going to benefit. Here I thought I'd just add a little bit of insight as to my music choice throughout the session, as they can change a little bit. So a couple of songs coming at you on here. In on a chest supported T-bar row, and a lovely bit of kit, modified by our chief fabricator at Maloney's Nile, who put these somewhat rustic rotating D handles on there, and that bar with different holes drilled in to obviously work at different widths essentially. And like I say, those handles are able to rotate. You'll notice my hand stays in a neutral position anyway. I feel I can engage the best with my lats through that position. Some movements I've done where I'll rotate my wrist through from a pronator to supinator through the movement. But in terms of back, a neutral wrist through and through is just absolutely bang on for me. And if you're not lining your plates up like this, then you need your hard drive checking. What a psychopath. And like I said, just a little bit of different music choice in here. It can vary wildly throughout my session. And in on a working set here, if I'm being honest, I've never been able to progress past 3 plates on this movement. Now, is that because I've not kept it in my programming for long enough, or not had any sort of methods to get beyond that plateau? I don't know, but 3 plates still feels absolutely banging, so we keep it in there. To finish off the session here, we're into a standing hamstring curl. as much as I love Maloney's, you know, it's home, it's my place of work, love it to bits. We're in dire need of a seated hamstring curl. That would just take the leg training to a whole new level. But yeah, standing hamstring curl, get a really good connection to finish off the hamstring section of this workout. And I do apologise, less footage coming in at the end of this session. I was a little bit pressed for time. I had a client on the way down, so I wanted to just bang through this as quick as I could. So ending here on a low cable row with a slightly supinated grip, keeping them at elbows tight into my side to get as much lat activation as possible. If you notice here, let's be a bit critical of my form. You can see I'm rocking through a little bit. What I'm emphasising on is pulling my chest in, but I'm actually sort of just swinging the weight and counteracting that. So here's how not to do it.
Heading home now. Today's been quite a busy and hectic day. I don't really know why. Maybe a couple more one-to-ones than normal. But I tend to finish training my morning clients, and I'll train myself. Then I'll head home, sort dogs, do whatever. If it's an evening where I do my online coaching, guys, check-ins, then obviously I'll do that. But yeah, going back up to the gym, that's how I used to do that every day, and I quite honestly don't know how I did it. Very full on, very chaotic. It just kind of seems like one of those days again where the day just gets away from me. Well, it's been a nice day. I'm going to spend a nice bit of time with the dogs on a walk. That's about it, really. On my way home, listen to some country music, chill, have a wind down. I have actually got cardio to do. So on this prep, I was actually going to see if I could get away with not doing cardio. Mainly because I'm lazy. 2, because I don't know if it's actually necessary. If I can create a substantial deficit just from food alone. Food in my off season can get up to realistically 7,500 calories at its highest at one point. Probably not necessary at that point. That was ages ago. In a push-up before my first competition, actually. So I can slash calories aggressively and keep bringing them down and still eat a decent volume of food. So I say, could I get away with not doing cardio? I think possibly, but I think that mindset of I'm in prep. That guy's headlights flickering. That's funny. I think I like that mindset shift of right. I'm doing cardio because it's prep. So be it completely necessary for fat loss, arguably it might not be necessary. A guy that I competed against, Jordan Kidd, awesome dude. He said he didn't do cardio throughout any of his prep. So dependent on output, it's not. He had a very physical job. I think he's a builder. Works in construction. Sorry if I'm wrong, bro. So if you've been watching this, very high output job. Would him doing fucking an hour and a half, 2 hours of cardio a day be necessary? Clearly not. The guy was fucking diced. But like I say, I just like that sort of mindset shift of adding in cardio to be in. Right, I'm in prep now. So I've only got it in at 15 minutes on training days and half an hour on rest days, and that half an hour is mainly just for something to do. To be honest, I like to stay active and physical even on what you call a rest day. So I tend to hit. Obviously, I'm in the gym every day. Tend to hit a little bit of abs and calves on those rest days, and yeah, a bit more cardio. So I've dragged the bike into the front room. I'm gonna jump on that. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna go in, eat. I'm a little bit behind on my food. Jump on the bike. Me and Millie are gonna watch Saltburn. We started watching it the other day, but then yeah, we're gonna watch that tonight. I'm tired. I'm gonna watch that tonight, and then yeah, like I say, I'll catch up with my food, get all my meals in, I ain't gonna video that because I can't be bothered. I think this video should be enough. Like I say, a bit of waffling, a bit more about prep, and some training. So hopefully people who are watching have found this entertaining. If you could be so kind as to like, drop a comment. Do I ever get any comments? Are the other people drop a comment? Tell me what you've been up to. How's your day been? Nice and simple. Subscribe, smash that like button. Peace.
So what would a prep update be without some physique updates? So here are two videos side by side. The one on the left is from Thursday morning, actually in a fasted state, and the one on the right hand side is a few days after the full video was shot. This is on the Friday, just after training legs, with quite a substantial drop in scale weight in the two videos. 2 days difference. Thursday's weighing being 227.8 pounds, and the one on the right being 224.8, and some noticeable visual changes. Looking a lot tighter around the midsection. I mean, ideally, the videos rather should have been done in the same room at the very least. But it's quite clear, even after training legs, legs inflamed after the session, but a lot more lines in there. Midsection, like I said in the video, I tend to hold a lot of my fat around the umbilical region and the lower back and glutes, and already midsection, well, abs aren't really there just yet, but yeah, midsection and waistline looking hell of a lot tighter. Poses were very hard to hit on the one after legs. It was getting a hell of a lot of cramp. But yeah, seeing these shots side by side, quite a substantial difference, especially to say it's only 2 days difference. It's quite mad. But it leaves me very, very excited to see how the rest of this prep is going to go. And I thank you for following me along on the journey.